away. I think since 2013, Chelsea have not beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford. So that continues after they lost at Manchester United 2-1. After that, Manchester City 1-1 draw. Fantastic game of football everywhere throughout the week. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Full Sports on Volt 104.3 FM. My name is Gordon. Today, the Premier League review. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. A fantastic morning to you, Godwin. The Premier League gave us a flurry of goals over the weekend. From World Championship changing hands to another team to other rivals coming to a loggerhead. Talking about Arsenal City ending in a point apiece. I think the weekend has shown that everybody should have an idea of whether their team is good enough to go for the remainder of the season. So for those who need to strengthen their defense and their attack, aka Chelsea, they should get to it.
Good morning, also.
Good morning. We said it last week or last season. Last season be like last week on my eye now. We said it last season that if you want to win the league, you have to take points from the people that are going to hurt you, the top of the table, the top tiers of the table. And if you want to finish around the top 4, you can lose points to the top 6 and win the other games, which the other games might have question marks around them. But again, for us who are going to win the Premier League and the Champions League, still dropping points to the big 6. We'll come back to you guys later.
Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at both FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, I'll go give you the results of the games throughout the weekend in the English Premier League, and we discuss most of them. The first game on Saturday, Liverpool won Everton 2-1 in the Merseyside derby. That was a fantastic game for Liverpool. Scored 2 goals in the first half, even though that Everton scored 1 in the second half, but they could not actually get a point in that game. So Liverpool are perfect in this Premier League so far. 5 games, 15 points. Fantastic game for Liverpool. Other results in the throughout Saturday: Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Brighton and Spurs played a 2-2 draw. Westham 1, Crystal Palace 2. So Westham lost at home again. The relegation is knocking at their door.
Okay. Oh, we go nowhere. We are the Premier League.
Wolves 1, Leeds United 3. Manchester United beat Chelsea 2-1. So the good 3 points for Manchester and Amorim. They needed that 3 points and they got that 3 points. The last game on Saturday, Fulham 3, Brentford 1. Fantastic game of football. You will be scored in that game too. On Sunday, Sunderland and Aston Villa played a 1-1 draw. This is their first Aston Villa first Premier League goal of the season. This is the 5th game. They scored only 1 goal. The other game that happened is Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 0. Then the final one, Arsenal 1, Manchester City 1. Okay, let's talk about the first game, the Merseyside derby, 2-1. Liverpool are strong. They are perfect. They are obviously the favourite to retain this Premier League based on what they did last season and based on what they are doing this season.
Performance, yes.
Yeah, it's good to see the 5 games, 15 points, beating Everton 2-1.
Perfect start, perfect score. If you look at it, perfect numbers and perfect points. That's what it should be. Perfect score, perfect points, perfect numbers, and perfect game altogether if you look at it. And in this encounter against their Merseyside rivals, talking about Everton, I think Liverpool played to the perfection of what they should be at this point in time. Let's not forget that it was until later on, towards the embers of last season, that Liverpool started dashing a few points here and there after they've achieved.
They lost one game
in the early stage against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest. Yeah. That was by this time of the season. After game week 5, they lost Nottingham Forest and they went on like that.
A winning streak, till
they
now started dropping draws here and there for some people, But I think they're at it again, and somebody needs to go study what Ancelotti is doing with that team, because so far, even games where they should lose the game, they find a way to win, and they find a way to get 3 points. For real.
First game of the season, 2 goals lead. 2 goals lead. They came back. We had to score the winning 2 goals, thanks to Federico Chiesa and the rest. I'll go back to that first game and second game. Second game again, 2 goals lead. You give up the 2 goals. You give up winning position. Then you didn't let it happen again for I think 2 or 3 games where you didn't let it happen against Arsenal and the next team. Then you went on against an Atletico Madrid side, and you committed the same blunder again, giving up a 2 goals lead position, only for you to come back in the 90th minute to score. I feel like he knew that in time against the Everton side. If he had given them the chance of coming back into that team, there would have been a problem in that side. There would have been a problem in that match. So 2 goals lead in the first 45 minutes was quick situation. Gravenberch, Holland board, the Dutch board. That guy is a machine because whenever he's not in that midfield, there's always problem. Going on to create the chance and scoring a goal. I think 1 goal and 1 assist, one of the match for me. I don't know how else you guys want to see it, but he's just there, rock solid behind in front of the defense. If you beat him, then if you can get past him and McAllister, then you're not gonna struggle with the the two giants at the back, Konate and Van Dijk. But again, good game of football for Liverpool, holding on to possession, getting their 2 early goals, and relaxing the whole match. That's just one thing, and waiting for opportunities to hit on the break, which Everton did not really give them. Because Everton, whenever we are losing the ball, before we even lose this ball, we have already anticipated that we're going to lose the ball, so we start tracking back immediately.
Yeah.
So because if they had lost the ball and still stayed there to press high, Liverpool would have countered them and scored more goals.
Truthfully, Liverpool they are favourite to retain this Premier League. I can't even see them dropping points. Remember, Isak is still bedding into that squad, and the striker that he's supposed to replace, Ekitike, is still scoring. 10 minutes into the game, Gravenberch scores. Salah assisted that one. Then Gravenberch assisted Ekitike. He has been scoring goals. That guy, it's going to be hard. I like this kind of thing for coaches. They like
But
it.
that's why it should be big teams.
Yeah, we are saying that the coach might be looking at for opportunity to drop Ekitike and start Isak, but if
he's not giving him reason.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's not giving him reason to drop him. So Isak has to now fight for his. Even though that Isak, everybody knows that Isak at some point will start starting because someone 150 million pounds will be here. They pick him for but let's see, we'll find a way to make them work. Ekitike scored again in the 30th minute, and Everton scored in the second half, but they fought, but they could not actually get anything out of that game. If you look at the statistics in that game, Liverpool had 11 shots in total. 3 of them were on target. They scored from 2 of them. Had 58% possession, 475 passes, and 85% possession. Pass accuracy, so they did well. For Everton, they had 9 shots in total, only 2 on target. They scored from 42% position, 345 passes, and 76 of them were accurate. So a fantastic game for Liverpool. They have 5 games in this Premier League season, and they have already got 15 points. They are way ahead of the second place Arsenal. So it's going to be a tough thing for anybody to catch Liverpool now. But it's still a long season. Even though they are still favourite, but it's still a long season. Anybody can pick up points, especially Manchester City can pick up points and start winning 12 games. I don't know if it's still possible again, but they used to do it 3 years ago, 4 years ago. They win 14 games.
It didn't again.
14 games and probably win the Premier League.
It didn't again.
Okay, other results that happened throughout the weekend. Quickly, Spurs and Brighton played a 2-2 draw in that game. He has 9 points now, 10 points on the table. Frank has done well, truthfully, and even though I think he came back from a 2-goal down to score that game 2-2. Fantastic game for Frank. He has been doing a great job since he took over this Tottenham side.
The jury is still out on that decision whether Frank is doing well. But from what we are seeing,
he's doing well.
Yes,
from what we are seeing, he's doing well.
So far, we'll know whether
it's a matter of the process. How is the process going? Is it going fine? Yes, it's going well. The process is going good. He's doing well. For me, I feel like Frank Thomas has put a team together that can coach, that can run, that can press, that can play, that can do everything for 90 minutes. Look at, I think the stats from Bournemouth last season. He covered most of the. He was, I think, the player that covered most of the grounds, in the league last season, making most of those dashing runs. And again, look at Mohamed Kudus. He's one of those energetic players as well, who is always there. So again, for Richarlison getting on the score sheet again. There's problem in the attack. For Richarlison getting on the problem. There's problem in that number 9 position. Because he went out of your way to get Solanke for club record signing.
Angie, not.
Tottenham went out of your way to get Solanke for club record signing.
65 million.
65 million pounds. And now somebody they got for cheap from Everton. That was a flop when it was regarded as a flop. Not that it was.
It was a flop when he came for Angie too.
It was regarded as a flop.
But he did well at Everton.
No, he did well at Everton, but was regarded as a flop. Under Angie, it was made by injury, so he wasn't flopping.
Under Angie, it was a flop. Nothing.
He was just being injured because every time he's always in the hospital under Angie. And now this is the man coming into and banging in goals. Every week he's on the score sheet. Every week he's scoring a goal. Are you sure he's not going to be challenging for the highest goal scorer this Premier League season?
Are you
because,
what?
because the last
No,
time
so
we
what
go,
did he just say
because the
now?
last time we go Brazil, he go touch Ronaldo boot.
No, so what did he just
Are
say
you sure
now?
he's not going to be competing
I
for?
will remind you about this in January. Don't worry.
If you remind me about this,
When his record for the season is 4 goals, I will remind you
he's
about
already has
this
4 goals already.
conversation.
So are you telling me that,
Nah,
that,
yes.
that from now till
Yes.
January he
From
will
now
not
till
score another
January,
goal?
no goal.
No.
Okay.
He can never
but
hit
again,
take
but-
it as a word of whatever I want to take
But
it. He
again,
can never
but
hit
again,
double
I want to
digits.
give shout out to my senior man. Please, if you know what you are doing right at Brighton, come and teach Potter.
Okay, talking about West Ham. West Ham lost at home, 2 goals to 1
As
against
predicted.
Crystal Palace.
How go they lose for home? How go they lose for home?
If you are watching us on YouTube, go and roll the tapes from Saturday. I was telling also, the problem is that also you will not
You said you're going to beat Arsenal.
You will not admit. I said that
With
we are going to
confidence.
lose to Crystal Palace.
With confidence,
Well.
this is the game I'm supposed to be winning.
Mm.
I hate losing at home.
Mm-hmm.
But my home is now a normal. It's not where you come and we take your dreams and make it come true. It's not where you are coming and we'll be blowing bubbles. Now we are blowing tears. How can you come to the East London Stadium of all places and sell us the tickets and make the sales and make the most sales among London teams in ticket sales and still lose at home? How? We are the biggest boys in London. We shouldn't be losing at home.
I told you that you were going to get disgraced at home, and
We're
what
not
happened?
being disgraced.
You were disgraced at home.
It's a one-goal margin at this.
How many seats were still full at the 80th minute?
80th minute, like they were still full. More than 30-something thousand seats were still full.
That's half of stadium capacity.
Stadium capacity na 60,000.
You have
50,000.
You have the answer there. You have the
Stadium
answer
capacity na
there.
50,000,
Simple.
40-something thousand, 50,000, and as at halftime or when we were losing at 80th
The
minute.
fact you don't know your stadium capacity says it all for me.
Which one
Thank
is
you.
50-something?
Okay,
And again, look at the game the way it progressed. Coming into that game, scoring the equalizer, and I thought like hope has been restored. Only for them to allow Crystal Palace to get back in it again and get the winning goal. That was where I got furious. Potter is making me angry at this moment.
Okay, only thing I want to talk about that game is that Chris Santos, I was expecting him to feature in that game. He didn't even play at all, but even though he was on the bench, hopefully he will start playing and start scoring goals for Crystal Palace. For fantastic game for Crystal Palace. They went away to West Ham to beat them 2 goals to 1. Since the coach came there, he has been doing very well with that team. Other results for the 3 p.m. Is Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Angie should start doing well, start picking up points. If not, the Forest fan will be very, very furious because they had a good coach and they decided to, because of some little problem, decided to sack him. They brought in Angie. Angie have not started picking points. He lost the Carabao Cup.
Lost the
Carabao Cup against Swansea. So this game against Burnley, he
from a winning position.
Yeah, he picked up 1 point. So he needs to start doing well. Other games that happened by 3 p.m. is Wolves lost against Leeds United 3 goals to 1. Arokodele played, but he didn't get on the score sheet. Hopefully he will start scoring goals. If not, 5 games for Wolves. 5 losses. So I think they need to start picking up points.
It's terrible because the manager just signed a new contract.
After surviving relegation last season.
So that they will put anchor for their neck.
Oh no. I think it's the worst start for Wolverhampton Wanderers so far. This is not Wolverhampton Wanderers, It's the worst start for them so far in the Premier League, and I think it's a bad record. They just keep getting unwanted record, and again, on the other side, Leeds United has been one of those teams that they will outrun you, outpace you, out everything you. And I think they've done well for their team. They sold a couple of players. I think we got Sub-Zero from them, but Sub-Zero is never new for West Ham. So we got Sub-Zero Somerville from them.
I think part of the thing that helped Leeds United, they bringing in Calvin Lewin. Calvin from Everton on a free.
And Noah
Okafor from AC Milan. I think he gave them a little bit of edge.
When you bring in winning mentalities into your side, we'll say Calvin Lewin is not much of a winning mentality kind of guy, but at least you have someone who's played for AC Milan before. Okafor, even if he's on the bench, you have a Calvin Lewin. He's also played in top football, played in the Premier League for a very long time. So I think it's a good one for them. And again, Sean Longstaff from Newcastle.
So
come on.
I think if you look at Leeds United, they have been winning games, picking up points. Probably they are going to survive, but it's still a long season. But for Wolves, Arokodele played 90 minutes in that game. He could not score a goal. But
he didn't get the supply, no?
But hopefully he will start scoring goals. If not, where the Wolves will see themselves will not even be nice. because after playing 5 games in the Premier League, they have actually lost 5 of them. So terrible results for Wolves. They need to start picking up points. They lost at home to Wolves, to Leeds United, 3-1. Let's talk about the big one. Everybody's waiting for the big one. It's Manchester United versus Chelsea. Manchester United versus Chelsea. 5 minutes into the game, Robert Sanchez decided to do what he needs to do. I don't know if he needs to do that. If he doesn't, it depends on how you want to see it. 50-50.
We call it decision
making. You know that everything about these days. We talk about sweeper keepers, keepers that run out from their 18 to clear the ball, keepers that do that, the pass out.
AKA Jens Lehmann in 2006 against FC.
Keeper that can pass well from the back, keeper that can do every other thing apart from goalkeeping. Now Sanchez decided to come out to tackle.
They cannot do goalkeeping.
Tackle Mbeumo, and he got a red card. People are saying that it should be a red card or not, but it's a goal. The problem with that is outside the 18, and it's a goal opportunity that he denied Manchester United. So he gave that red card. But the question is, Chelsea fans was talking about Maresca. Maresca decided to make changes. 2 changes, remove 2 wingers, and introduce a goalkeeper and a defender to play 5 at the back to show off that defense. Just 5 minutes into the game. What do you make of this game? Amorim, okay, got 3 points, but they are still lapses. You could see they are still lapses.
Of course.
Maybe if they are probably 11 on
the next couple of games,
11 probably
Man United would have won,
or probably end up in a point. But if you look at this game in general, what do you see in this game? Sanchez red card, Casemiro stupid red card, and it was just a crazy football.
Yeah, it's always, this is a proper derby. Like if there is any derby anywhere in the world and we do not have these little spices in the game, it doesn't feel much like a derby. Like the last time we saw this, we all saw the 4-4 Arsenal-Liverpool game, how that went last time when the likes of Sanchez and co were around. Score me, I score you, the yellow cards, the bullying, all those stuff. In this encounter, I think, and I want to also call to bear also what Enzo Maresca said after the game, that he should have allowed the guy to score.
Yeah, if you have an opportunity,
that was a negative statement, saying that they should allow the guy to score, because at that point in time, if he could have easily gone anywhere, if he had gotten it and not gotten the red card, he would have come back and said that he did what he should have done. But then that was a kind of way that Czech picked up an injury last time, if you remember, going in to go and get that kind of ball, and the ball left the ball and gave him the kick on the head. You understand me? So I feel like, first, the mistake has been made by the defense for allowing him get one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Nobody does that.
You are playing the high line. You are playing the high line.
Bro,
and the flick on from Sesko. Yeah. Definitely, it was. See, I think
if you
once you miss
that first ball,
that was what happened in another. I'll come back. I'll come back to this in another game we are going to talk about it, because that was the problem in that one.
Now, see, I'll agree with you that defensively, because Kukurea did not pick up his man.
Thank you.
It was because you were pressing high, so at least you wanted. There was a position of Chelsea defense where the Kukurea and the fullback, I think the other side, had to move forward a bit. You get now for Sesko picking up that pass and flicking it on to Mbeumo at his back. It was clear cut that 2 players were on Sesko. They shouldn't have allowed him gotten the first ball in the first place. And that flick on by him to Mbeumo cleared the space. Well, again, I will not say it's a defensive error, because if you look at the ball before the ball was kicked, the same position where Sanchez committed the foul was where he was standing before the ball was kicked.
Thank you.
Then after the flick on, he ran back. Why are you running back for?
Thank you.
You're already outside. Now you running back and coming back forward.
Indecision.
I will come back and we'll talk about 2 goalkeepers that made the same
error.
Same
now, that indecision was what cost him, because you running back to charge forward was a mistake. You're already outside the box when the ball was kicked the first time. When the flick on came, the your follow up should have been charging forward. Perhaps getting the ball before the flick on could get to Mbeumo. If he beats you in that position, they will know, okay, it's an aerial duel. You're coming for a 50-50 chance. But
because you first and reach the ball.
No, you might, but it will still be on the air. You get, and again, it's your head you use. So Mbeumo went with his leg. You went with your head. If you had gone with your head, you probably get to the ball first. But I think that indecision from Sanchez was what cost Chelsea that position, not the defensive error.
Yeah, I think
because the defensive error, the defenders went for the area ball and lost the area ball, and it was a high press at the time. Kukurea was already manning his man. I think Mazraoui moving forward. So that Mazraoui Kukurea kind of combination eliminated Kukurea from observing that Mbeumo was making a run behind him. And again, I feel like Tosin or any of the center back should have picked up that header.
He wasn't on the game when that came in
Chalobah.
after.
Chalobah and Fofana
should have picked up that header, but they did it. And again, Sanchez shouldn't have gone backwards in that position. From that position, I would say the way it is.
It's an easy. If he didn't go back, it's an easy chip straight up.
If he didn't go back, he would have gotten the ball.
Yes.
If he didn't go back, he would have gotten the ball.
That step back
to going forward was what gave Mbeumo
that
one second chance to hold on to the ball and get the ball right. So if he hadn't gone back in that first position, he would have gotten to the ball before Mbeumo. And I think that was indecision from Sanchez. And this is not the first time we are seeing goalkeepers like that.
At all.
Poor decision.
Yeah, talking about Maresca, what do you make of those changes that he made after that record?
Panic change one. It destabilized the midfield and attack. I'll tell you why. Because you are playing Manchester United. Everybody knows you are coming into this game. I think, was it 2000 and when that? I don't think it's even happened in a long time for Chelsea
to beat
Manchester United at home. And you are coming into this encounter. You've gotten a goalkeeper sent off. All you need is to take out somebody in the midfield to put in a goalkeeper. Continue with the game as it should be. I don't understand why you take off two midfielders.
Two attackers.
Basically, Estaval and then Neto to go and bring in a Tosin and a Philip Jorgensen. It don't make sense for me. Nothing happened to your back four. If nothing happened to your back four, I would have rather you took off Fofana and brought on Tosin if you needed to show up that back line, but not the midfield, because one, you destabilize that midfield. These guys are the people you need to put the fullbacks of Manchester United at bay, because they are always keeping them on their toes. These are the guys that I'll call them the rainmakers for the team if you like, because nothing happens without them making that impact. And secondly, Manchester United became very adventurous into that game when these two guys came off, and it's clear for everybody to see. So everything will still fall back on Maresca that he panicked.
Panic sub again. We didn't, you make subs like that because you have one player that can create. I feel like you wanted to battle in the back three position kind of thing, where you have your back three and your fullback.
Back five in later play
and your fullbacks can attack. You get the Chelsea fullback. Let's not take it away from them. The Chelsea fullback can attack. Cucurella and the other guy on the other side, they can attack and they can defend as well. So I felt like, okay, fine, this sub is going to make the fullback attack. You see deep and perhaps you control the midfield. But again, you have more bodies in midfield at that time, and you are still losing balls in midfield to a midfield two. That was the only problem I had with the Chelsea team. To a midfield two of Bruno, and as I tell you, when you want to play possession-based football, please leave Ugarte on the bench. That was a risk. This is a high-intensity game, and you went on with Casemiro, and he still controlled the midfield for you. Bros, please leave Ugarte on the bench. Man United, these next 3 games or next 2 games, Man United is going to suffer. Because whenever you see them, whenever I see other teams exploiting Man United midfield too, it's because Casemiro is not there. Or perhaps maybe they have 2 overaged players in the times when they have Casemiro and Eriksen who couldn't make the runs. But now that they have Ugarte who can make the run, defend well, but cannot play position-based football, they have a problem in the next couple of games. But again, in this game, Chelsea after that sub, they still had Enzo, Caicedo, and Palmer, and they still lost that midfield. So Man United
probably because Palmer got that.
Even before they knock, they still lost the midfield. Yeah. Now when they started getting the midfield back was when they introduced Andre Santos.
Okay.
They started getting the midfield back gradually, and by then, Casemiro is an old man. He don't retire.
Talking about Casemiro, after Palance scored his 100th goal for Manchester United in that
100 goal in 200 appearance.
Yeah, 200 appearance, fantastic footballer.
18th on the list of goals.
Since he came to Manchester United, he has been scoring goals, and that's why Manchester United fans want him to play forward at the pitch than playing as a CM. But let's see other games that will happen. He scored the first goal of the game, and he scored his 100th goal for Manchester United for the first goal. Then Casemiro scored the second goal to make it 2-0. At the end of the first half, Casemiro got the second yellow card, and he was sent off. And the second half, he was 10-10, and Chelsea could not actually make it. And even though they scored 1 goal.
The position of the goalkeeper again leading to the second goal was as a result of him not stepping up.
Yes,
again.
yeah, exactly.
Now your area. That place, just come outside, punch ball. Wait till they make you stay back.
I don't know.
Wait till keep you for post.
You know why? Now after watching that game, I understand why.
Why
Chelsea needs another goalkeeper in that team. Both Sanchez and in the
and
look at we'll get to Manchester United. We'll go to Manchester City game.
Those kind of game, too. Now we come and punch anybody.
All the corner kicks, all the free kicks, Donnarumma came out to
To
punch all of them.
punch.
That's how it works.
I really, I
You are
don't
going
understand.
far.
for
You are
real.
talking about a big team. Nottingham Forest
Why
against
not?
Burnley.
That's
Burnley's
about-
goalkeeper.
That
Burnley's goalkeeper was coming out to punch anything inside the box.
that second
You put your head there, I punch you.
that second goal for Chelsea team pay me because that was inside your
Inside the box,
Yes.
inside your own box.
and the worst
Your
part
own-
is
your
you
own
were
area.
surrounded by your defenders
Just
Thank
come out
you.
and
who
punch
can
it.
actually shield you. Just come out and punch. You didn't, and that means kick. Or it is James Abina who kicked that ball like that.
James
He
Biscuit.
kicked that ball. You're supposed to clear. You still kick it up like. Now,
that-
I will not
that's a
blame you.
mistake. It happens in football, but that
I
is-
will not blame you.
He
But
was
again,
under pressure now.
Look at
What do you
look the
expect?
pressure. Look at where Shaw ran from to come and get the
the
first
shot,
touch.
almost one of the shortest man on the
One of the shortest man in that defense line to come and get it to pass it to Casemiro on the other side, and he was even going for the
that
goal.
second goal is just it's just a goalkeeper's mistake. He could have come back,
Come out
to
and punch
that ball, but he
first,
decided not
and
to
again,
punch
defenders
that
could have
ball.
at least blocked him from getting the header again.
They considered that second goal. In second half, after Casemiro's red card, second half came and it was now
And just started building momentum.
Yeah, just started building momentum and
Mm.
tried to score. Then Manchester United didn't need to actually attack again because in that second half they had only one shot in that whole second
And they had
half.
to just bring in midfielders and
Yes,
defenders.
and they shot up. Even though that Chalobah scored a beautiful header from James Cross, but it wasn't enough. They lost that
It
game.
was too late.
Yeah,
Again,
it was
Amorim, please, no matter anything you do, you see Maguire plays 90 minutes.
And in that game, Sisco did not score again. He was substituted in after the first half because of the red card for Casemiro. He would have stayed. Everybody wanted to stay to score a goal, but because of that Casemiro's red card, he was substituted. Okay, after the game, Maresca was talking to the press. Obviously, as John are already saying, he said that it's better to let Mbeumo score than getting a red card in that game.
Are you sure?
We still have 95 minutes to play. And Robert Sanchez was aware of that. It's difficult, but if you ask me, I prefer to be one goal down after 5 minutes down, one man down. So that's what he said. He said that Garnacho was supposed to play. Everybody was expecting Garnacho to come
Of
in
course,
and
now.
score against Manchester United, but he didn't play in that game because after he was explaining, Maresca was explaining after the game. He said it's a problem for talking about Palmer. He said they are going to check him. He just came back from injury. Now he's out of injury, so they don't even know how long he's going to stay. But they need Palmer in that team. Since he came back, he has scored a couple of goals, so they need him in that team. But he was talking about Garnacho not playing. He said we sent him to warm up to play, to give him some minutes. But Fofana obviously has to be substituted, so they needed to bring in another person apart from Garnacho. So Garnacho did not play in that game, and they lost that game 2-1. For Amorim needed that 3 points because he was under a lot pressure. He was under pressure, so but he got that point. He was saying 3 points are it's trying to create a momentum. We cannot forget that we suffered a lot when we are not in the top, in our own maximum in all aspects. We can lose to Grimsby, we can win against any team. So it's win and lose for them. They are still trying to find balance, but he's always saying something in the press. But
Normally now.
they won that game.
Question, answer.
They
Now,
won
I
that-
know go talk something for press. You win, you lose. It's football.
Yeah, they won that game 2 goals for, so 3 points for Amorim and no points for Chelsea. So Chelsea need to go back to their drawing board again to start planning because they need to start challenge. They need to challenge for this league. If not, Chelsea fans will not be happy because if you look at Chelsea fans calling us on the internet, they believe that they have enough score, but truthfully,
They don't have.
Chelsea
I've been saying it since last
Chelsea have
season.
invested
That
almost 2
defense
billion.
and that attack is still too porous.
Chelsea has invested almost $2 billion in that squad.
They'll
So,
have to look for the best pairing.
And it's not by buying everybody that is in the
Godwin,
market. Quality.
Godwin, I feel like Chelsea will have to look for the best pairing in centre back.
Thank you.
Because so far, what I have seen, because at some point I used to tell people that at Manchester United, I saw a Phil Jones and Eric Bailey get more clean sheets than Maguire and any other person when they were playing. And again, I'm going to say it, I've seen a better defensive pairing in Tosin and Chalobah than any other pairing in that centre back for Chelsea. I've seen a very potent defensive pairing.
But even
Tosin.
that pairing on the best day is still
It's not good enough. But
Thank
if you
you.
give these two people chance to play game in game week, every game week, you would have a chance to improve on their defensive pairing. That every week you're changing, you're playing Chalobah somebody today, Tosi the other person tomorrow. I think they should just focus on those two.
I think they are missing Cowell until Cowell comes back.
You're not missing anybody. Even with Cowell, they are still having a defensive crisis.
Happen with Chelsea. I think they need to invest in their goalkeeper. Probably one world-class defender. If you think that their team don't have a world-class defense, but let's see what happens with them. But Manchester United got 3 points in this game. They beat Chelsea 2-1. On Sunday, Fulham beat Brentford 3-1.
As predicted.
Our own Iwobi scored in that game. Iwobi scored the opening goal in that game. I think they considered first.
They considered
in 20 minutes. Yeah, and then Iwobi equalized. Then they started scoring, and they ended that game 3-1. So I like the coach Silva. Silva is doing a great job in that. In Iwobi is one of his main man. Yes, even though that I was seeing that game in the second half. I wanted to see what Chukwueze is going to do, but he didn't play this game. Hopefully, he will start playing in the next game. But
we will continue to hope.
But
we will continue to hope.
They won that game.
But again,
they won that game.
Harry Wilson.
Yeah, they won that game 3-1. Sunderland and Aston Villa played a 1-1 draw. The first goal, Aston Villa scored their first goal
after Sunderland went a man down,
and
they still couldn't win.
So Bournemouth and Newcastle played a 0-0 draw in other game. Okay, let's talk about the big one again. Arsenal versus Manchester City. Obviously, the one man everybody should be afraid of. Haaland opened the scoring in that game. Fantastic hold-up play, fantastic run, fantastic play, fantastic finish. Haaland is the best striker in the whole world. Let's not leave all this. I don't want to hear all this Isak and Haaland again in my ear.
Thank you.
Haaland is the best striker in the Premier League, and you could see who he is. You see who he is, how he played that game. Even though at some point in this game, Pep, I don't know what Pep has been doing in the past couple of games. He will be winning a game and he probably play five-man defense. In this game, I don't know if he panicked or not. He introduced Ake to play 5 at the back. After was introducing strikers, he was introducing defenders. In a normal Pep, will never be always. He did it against Manchester United and he did it against Arsenal. Even actually at some point, he moved Haaland and put in Nico Williams. Nico Gonzalez in that midfield to show up, but they considered their goal in the final minute of that game to make it 1-1. But fantastic game of football.
You have to put things in context to understand what Pep was doing in that one. The first one is that the last time these guys played together, Arsenal beat Man City 5-1. And most of those errors came from the dying embers of the game, losing focus in the dying embers of the game. So in this game in particular, we are 1 goal up. Me personally, I have a philosophy. Like, my philosophy is kind of akin to Jurgen Klopp. So far, there's time on the clock we have a winning position. If we can score 15, let's score that 15
and you concede 15.
You know, concern me.
I think Pep is adapting.
You know, concern me. But in this encounter, at that 60, 75 minutes into the game, he kind of like wanted to settle for the 1 goal difference and defend the game out. And if you look at the way City were defending, they defended well. But in this scenario, it's a 1 goal lead. You only need that 2 seconds of losing focus, or that 2 seconds of brilliance, and all your defense for 25 minutes is all for nothing, because now you've conceded. You want to get back into the game. You don't have any attacking player in that team that can help you get back into the game, and that's where I felt he got it wrong. Haaland should have played to the end, because Haaland was also one of the best defenders in that game as well too. If you go back and look at his stats in the defense and his clearances, you come and put him against some average defenders and he's doubling their numbers. So I think he got it wrong in that place. You should always put your first foot forward and defend with style.
I think he's adapting to his style, because 3 years ago Pep would never play 5 at the back, even if you want to score more. But
last season 3 at the back now.
But last season I think it scared him a little bit.
Teams play 5 at the back are doing well. What do you expect?
Also remember that at other times when you see him doing that, Alan right now is the only striker in the team who is fit. There's no other alternative. Mamouche went to international break and came back with injury. So
if you look at that game in general, what did you make of that game?
You guys see 5 at the back. I did not see 5 at the back, first of all.
No, you didn't play 5 at the back. He introduced Ake 15 minutes to go.
That's what I'm saying.
To show up the defense.
Yes. And I'm saying, if you look at the game from the beginning of the game, I was talking to John and I said, you had an O'Reilly O'Reilly, who is a midfielder, playing the left back.
He's been playing there since last
Kushanov,
The right back.
Kushanov, right back.
Yes.
And this is players you've been playing as centre back before. At some games, he played them at right back. Guardiola throughout last season was playing as left back. I don't know when they switched O'Reilly to left back.
When we lost somebody in that center,
it was Guardiola that was playing in the
Left
left
back
back
last season, yeah.
with the two defensive. I think Stones and the rest of them, Ruben and one other person in defensive midfield. Sometimes Ruben and Kushanov. Sometimes Ruben and Stones in set back two. Now in this game, they started with Guardiola, Ruben, and Kushanov as proper defenders in that game, with O'Reilly playing as left back. If you notice the play, Kushanov was not going on the offensive. It was not really. It was whenever they go on the offensive, it was O'Reilly going. While Guardiola is playing in the left centre back, Ruben in the middle, and Kushanov dropping to play the third centre back. It has been back three all of the game.
I think that's what almost all the team. For example, Arsenal, this person goes forward too. What's his name? The left back moves forward, and Gabriel will move to that left back. It's always the same as when they are attacking team.
If your one side is going forward, you see another person compensating and going forward as well. Then you have a back two with the defensive midfielder dropping a little bit. You get, but when you have one of your centre backs switching to a back three, it's automatically a back three. It's not the defensive midfielder.
It's not a back three. It's a back four. When you know the formation of the team is when they are building forward from the back. You know the shape of the back.
That's what I'm saying. With the shape of the team, it was a back three.
It was a back four.
What is Arsenal playing? Every time, what is this left back? And sometimes you will see him at left wing. What's his name? Calafiori.
That's what I'm saying now. You have Arsenal. Arsenal were playing a back two normally.
Do you know when you notice when they are playing a back three or back? Most time when they are defending.
Thank you.
When they
when Ake introduced, go and look at that line. It's back five.
Even before Ake was introduced, before Ake was introduced, it was back five.
Because they are defending deep. Normally, Rodri would join the defense.
That's what I'm saying now. Rodri was joining, so it's a back five. So it's a back three. And I said when they made the sub,
the back four,
when they made the sub, things changed. Like I said, when you were playing the first time, Rodri was not joining the defense line, which is he still left it at back three. Then when you made the sub and you brought in a Nunes, you automatically send Rodri to play the back person, and the Nunes. You notice that when Nunes came, he was moving forward. Rodri was moving forward. It was not a back two of Ruben and the other guy with Rodri dropping deep.
If you look at that game in general, depending on what you want to see, everything about football is tactics. For example, in the last game, I can see at some point I saw Calafiori playing at right back. At some point I saw him playing at left. It depends how you want to set up your team in attack and in defense. But at the end of the day, what's on paper for both teams are back for how they want to set up during the game. For example, you can be watching the game
and you're seeing something different.
And for example, Arsenal was pressing. It's common sense to tell them to always drop down. So if you look at them, you will see them almost at the back five when they are defending. When Arsenal played them last season and they got a red card, Partey was always dropping to help out. So it depends how you want to set it up. But fantastic game of football.
But again, now we'll go back to the goalkeeper error. You know, I was going to talk about it. The position of Donnarumma before the pass and his position after the pass is another thing to question. Is likened to the Sanchez error.
That's what I wanted to say.
It's similar.
Then
because
another angle to this. Look at the positioning of Raya when they are coming from the back. Raya is always darling outside his 18-yard box.
Gradually, while the passes progress forward, gradually you go backwards. You get, but not when it's now far back. You are outside your box. They've not even passed the ball. They just passed the ball. Instead of you to charge forward, they are charging backward. Like how? Well, because I believe that if he had come forward a bit, he would have gotten the ball before Martinelli.
Okay, well, Martinelli equalized that game. Fantastic goal from him too. You know, everybody when he started, that's why we talked about it before the show, even last week. Competition is good.
Yes.
Now he's on the bench. He's forced to improve. He has been scoring goals every time he introduced, even after the game.
On the weekend, he scored.
Yeah, Arteta said that Martinelli deserves to start. Show that he's improving because now he has competition. Eze played in that game, was introduced in that game, and he played from the midfield. He assisted that goal. Fantastic game of football. Pep is trying to adapt, but let's see how they are going to finish. If you look at the statistics in that game, it was a fantastic game for both teams. Both teams at the beginning was attacking, and both teams somehow managed to try to probably defend their league. Arsenal had 12 shots in total. 3 of them were on target. They scored 1. 67% possession, 582 passes, and 88% was accurate. For Manchester City, it was just 5 shots in total. 3 on target. Haaland scored that beautiful goal. 3% possession. This is one of the least of Manchester City. Had only 300 passes in a whole game. That's one of the least passes I have seen Pep Guardiola have in a game when they are 11 men. So Arsenal are improving. He actually said that Arsenal is improving. You could see that even when he's trying to set up his team, you could see that Arsenal, he knows that Arsenal is improving, and he had only 70% of them were accurate. So fantastic game of football. I think in the run of, if you look at it in general, I think both teams deserve 1 point in that game. But for them, it's a big win for Liverpool, because Liverpool, all their title contenders are dropping points. They are winning all their games. But let's see what happens in the middle of the
Liverpool
season.
do 4 in a row,
So,
shut down.
If you look at this,
the
standing in the Premier League quickly, Liverpool are still first with 15 points. Arsenal is second with 10 points. Tottenham are third with 10 points. Bournemouth have 10 points. Bournemouth is doing well. They have their fourth position with 10 points. Crystal Palace have not lost a game in this Premier League season. They have 9 points. Chelsea 6th with 8 points. Sunderland 7th with 8 points. Fulham have 8 points. Manchester City are 9th with 7 points. Manchester United are 11th with 7 points. For the relegation people, West Ham are collecting. They are going to relegate. Can I say amen?
Anchored to the
Okay,
bottom.
18th Aston Villa have 3 points. West Ham have 3 points. Finally, Wolves are rock bottom with 0 points. Haaland is still the top scorer of this Premier
Brentford
League.
still has 4 points, and you tell me I'm relegated already.
They are
After game
relegated.
5.
Okay, Haaland has
No,
6
now.
goals in this Premier League season. Let's see where he's going to finish in this Premier League season. Okay, before we start taking phone calls, our YouTube channel, Anacletus Obi is here saying what Casemiro did was the best thing he had to do. But I was surprised that cost him another yellow card. Obinna Okeke is saying it was necessary to introduce Tosin to curb the height advantage enjoyed by Sesko. Didn't you notice that whipping of crosses by Manchester United into the Chelsea's into the Chelsea's 18-yard box stopped when Tosin started matching Sesko? Maresca should have considered Sesko's side while preparing for that game. Okay, let's see what happens throughout the end of the season. It's going to be a long season, just 5 games. We have about 3 more games remaining in this Premier League season, so let's see what will happen. Okay, let's take your phone calls to get your own contribution about all these games we are talking about. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay.
Good morning.
Okay, I missed you too. What's your contribution? Exactly. Rice.
You forget say Ateta know the hear word.
I think you cannot. Bishop, I think you cannot rush Bukayo out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The thing shocked me though. Yes, yeah. Thank you very much. Okay. 5 points. Yes.
It's not yet December. Oh.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, I think one of the things Arsenal fans on the internet was saying that you cannot start negative against City.
For real, man.
Come
Like,
on, this your Rice, Moreno, and
it's not working.
This is the third
Even
game.
the blind can
This is
see,
the third
bro.
game. It's not working.
Oh, the guy was out injured.
Put one Eri.
Baba one Eri dey there, Eze dey there. What's
Eze
stopping
played in the
Eze
last
for
one
playing
now.
playing in
From
the
the
center? He
wings.
played it from the wings.
Okay, let's take phone calls. Yeah, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Happy New Year
Yeah.
to you.
You go happy now. Name my location, please.
No, but you notice the weekend quiet. Like weekend they very
Everywhere
quiet.
they-
Everywhere they cool.
The noisy neighbors were taking care of Chelsea.
Chelsea was taken care of. Man City was taken care of. Aston was taken care of.
Name my location.
Now
Name my
you be
location.
world champion now, oh ha.
Okay. Or 180.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You play with character. Alex, calm down. Alex. Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. Mm.
Obviously.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Mm.
Mm.
So just Chelsea. Alright, thank you.
And what champions they for your hand?
Thank you. Alex, thank
It's
you.
not the way, oh. Yes.
Alright, thank you very much.
You know, say, Man U fans know Man Liverpool do 21.
Nah.
Now that's his pain. I understand your pain.
Simple.
But again, you didn't want Man U to lose. So how,
Mm.
where are you now?
So
Okay.
collect the one where you see
Hello,
first.
good morning. Good morning.
Good
Name and
morning.
location, please. Okay, your contribution, thank God.
1-1. Haaland Martinelli.
He score now, he comot him name from the game.
Who? Hello?
You say waiting?
Okay. Okay, we couldn't hear. I can't hear you.
Call back.
Okay, we can call back. Okay, 0706048583. Yeah, hello, good morning. Name my location, please. Okay. All right, your
Please.
contribution.
okay. He use F9 and E8 formation. Wow.
After the red card, okay. He was missing chances though.
Yeah, through that.
Okay, everybody do them now. 10-10, yes. Tackling that ball.
That's why I love Casemiro. I love Casemiro in that match. Casemiro, you see pairing of Casemiro and Bruno is not better than any other pairing.
That midfield,
yeah.
right?
Okay, I think in that midfield. Okay.
Anytime Ugarte comes in, he does that in a failure.
Okay, thank you.
City, we still get scores with City to settle.
Okay.
But that just do us bad yesterday.
Alright, thank you very much. Yeah, I think everybody's blaming Arteta for that City game because it was there for you to take. I don't know why you
hold more of the possession.
Hold care.
To hold more of the possession, you need these players in your team.
I didn't even say Mamouche they will not for the talk this
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. We can hear you.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay.
The man that cost Man U, they don't cost you too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Even when they even safe. For asking. All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Okay. All right, thank you very much. No, you don't reach that one. Bye bye. You don't reach that one. Okay. It was a fantastic game throughout the weekend. Chelsea lost, Arsenal and Man City drew. Manchester United got 3 points. Liverpool are flying. Okay, quickly in the La Liga, Real Madrid won against Espanyol 2-0. Mbappe scored again 5 goals in the La Liga this season. Barcelona won 3-0. Torres scored 2 of those goals. Atletico
see
Madrid,
striker.
yeah, Madrid ended up
Now you
1-1
say the
again.
six striker now. I think it's a
So if
striker.
you
You
look
say
at
no, you
the
know
table
reach.
in the La Liga, Real Madrid are first, Barcelona is in second. Obviously, those two will be fighting till the end of the season. Finally, on our YouTube channel, remember guys, we are live every day on YouTube and both FM Sports. And Jaja Sonto is saying Casemiro let the team down with that schoolboy error. There was no need to make that tackle, as it was not a goal scoring opportunity. It was also 5 against 2. Manchester United should have scored 5. Ahmad and Dogu got into dangerous position, but they fluffed their chances with poor decision making. Yes, they were missing chances, especially Ahmad. He was just missing all the chances. Sometimes he even tried a bicycle kick at some point, and he wanted to post it on the internet. They finished him. He deleted the tweet. Okay, this is how we are going to end today's show. Tomorrow we are back for more gist about football, everything that happened throughout the weekend. Games that are happening Tuesday, Wednesday. There are games tomorrow. There are games throughout this week now. Is football everywhere. Champions League, UEFA Cup, Conference League, everything is happening throughout the week. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
Welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets